time to get out of that cozy cave of comfort you've created for yourself and get outside and start running. Today is Tuesday, November 19th. I'm 1 mile into my 19-mile run today, and it is 12:45. It's been a doozy of a week so far, and it's only Tuesday. My roommates moved out, and Lucy and I decided to deep clean the absolute heck out of the house, and we have only gotten to the kitchen so far. We spent about 3 hours on the kitchen yesterday, and we didn't even finish. We found a dead mouse underneath the stove, which had probably been there for 6 months, because there was always a hint of something. We could never find it. Well, there it was underneath the stove. Disgusting. Just horrible. So we got that done. There's a few things left in the kitchen, but for the most part, like, we want to wash the inside of the refrigerator, wash the inside of the oven. We still got the pantry to go, and I want to wipe down the fan one more time. Other than that, though, it's pretty much taken care of, which is the biggest obstacle in the house cleaning. The rest is just like empty rooms, and that'll be super easy, and we could probably get the rest of the house done in the same amount of time that we did the kitchen in, which is absolutely wild. What else we got going on? Then, you know, figuring out, my roommate had the account for the Wi-Fi in our house, so I had to get that changed over, and that's been a whole process. So I haven't been able to upload yesterday's YouTube video or really edit it because I don't have Wi-Fi to work on, and Adobe Premiere isn't really working without Wi-Fi, or it's not. I'm trying to figure out what watch I should get. I got the Garmin 955 Solar, which I think the solar part is a scam. It never worked, and it doesn't recharge it. So I'm full belief that it's a scam. Just a way for them to charge extra $125 for something that doesn't even work. But I'm looking at, a lot of people are suggesting Coros. They want me to get over to the Coros team, and I don't know why I like Garmin so much. Maybe it's just something I'm used to. Maybe it's time to make the switch. But I'm starting to look at watches because the battery life. So the thing that matters most to me more than anything else is battery life. That's about the only thing I care about, because I don't use text messaging, I don't use music, I don't use maps, I don't use anything other than what it's on right now, which is the mile count and the time. So I just use it for pacing myself, and when I'm running for 42 hours, I'm gonna want something that lasts that long and that isn't like dying at that time. And then, you know, as winter comes around and I got this Arrowhead race in northern Minnesota, 135 miles, I'm expecting it to take 34 to 42 hours in minus 30 to 40 degree weather. And I'm gonna want a watch that I don't have to worry about, that I can mentally take that out of the picture. So that's another thing that I got going on, and the prices of those are freaking expensive. I already spent $1,800 on my car yesterday. I'm in the hole. I got to start figuring out a way to make some more money. So yeah, a little stressed out, I'm not gonna lie, a little stressed out, but we're just gonna keep riding it. We're gonna keep riding it. I got other assets out in play, so I feel good about that. And I got Dogecoin back when I was riding the high. It was at 48 cents like 4 years ago. I just held on to it, and we're finally getting back to break even. hopefully that just takes off and that takes care of everything in my life. That's a dreamer's mindset, but hey, a man can dream, why not? So how do we escape the cozy cave of comfort? How do we choose to go into discomfort willingly, knowing that it's gonna be difficult, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be uncomfortable, but we also know deep down that it's good for us. And I'm gonna do this ironically eating a donut because this is a symbol of comfort. And it's just delicious. What I believe is, through my own experience, that's tested and tried and true, that we first have to be honest with ourselves. We first have to know where we've been. We got to know where we're at. We got to know where we're going, or at least where we're aiming to be. And that first step is honesty. That first step is looking at ourselves, looking at the actions, the thought processes that have led to actions, the things that we have religiously done. And I don't mean that in a, religious, faith-based worldview. I mean that in a, what have we systematically conditioned ourselves to do and believe? And what does that look like? What has that done for us? How is that going for us so far? The choosing of the hard and doing something physically that's hard, it changed the way that I approached like being honest with myself. It changed the way that I looked at other challenges in my life. It became very clear of how I can so easily fool myself in telling myself stories about that's not actually that hard, just so I can avoid doing it. I'm kind of struggling here with this video. I'm struggling here right now. I'm just mentally exhausted. And maybe that's where I take it today. Maybe I just leave it at, sometimes you just gotta do what's difficult even though you don't want to do it. And that's what getting out of the cozy cave is all about. It's really doing the deal, making a deal with yourself, staying committed to it, and doing it no matter how you feel. I'm gonna be better tomorrow. And if I'm not, I'm still gonna show up and make a video anyway, because that's the deal I've made with myself. And although I feel that this video isn't doing well, and I'm not making a whole lot of sense, I'm still gonna do it anyway.